Hi everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we will learn how to quickly and easily connect two or more TRIACs in parallel for handling high current loads. When designing for heavy current loads, you might want to connect two TRIACs in parallel to double the capacity, but connecting them directly will burn them out. Because of manufacturing variations, one TRIAC always turns on a fraction of a microsecond faster than the other. The moment it starts conducting, the voltage across both devices drops to around 1 volt, leaving the slower TRIACs without enough voltage to turn on. The fast TRIACs then hogs 100% of the load, overheats, and creates a short circuit, instantly destroying the second TRIACs too. To fix this, you must add current-sharing ballast resistors specifically on the MT2 side of the TRIACs, keeping the load on the MT2 high side. Never put them on the MT1 side, because the gate trigger voltage is referenced to MT1, and any voltage drop there will cause erratic switching. By keeping the resistors on MT2, the MT1 pins stay tied directly to AC neutral for a stable gate reference. The minimum resistance value for the ballast resistors is calculated using the maximum expected mismatch in forward voltage drop between the two devices and your maximum acceptable current imbalance. The formula is: let us look at a practical calculation example for a total system load of 20 amps RMS using two parallel TRIACs. Step 1. Determine the target branch current. If the current shares perfectly, then each TRIAC handles exactly half of the total load. Step 2. Choose the maximum allowed current imbalance. To keep the devices safe, then the current mismatch should be kept tight. For example, a maximum difference of 1.5 amps between the two paths. So now we let delta is equal to 1.5 amps. Step 3. Establish the maximum voltage mismatch. Standard TRIAC datasheets typically list a peak forward voltage drop around 1.4 volts. A safe, conservative industry standard for manufacturing variance between identical part numbers is 0.2 volts. So we have delta VF max is equal to 0.2 volts. Step 4. Calculate the minimum resistance using our numbers. Rounding up to the nearest standard component value gives 0.15 ohms. Since the full branch current flows through these ballast resistors continuously, then they will dissipate significant heat. You must calculate the power rating using the formula. Using our figures, we get 15 watts. Finally, always derate your circuit by keeping the load 20% below the theoretical maximum. Mount both TRIACs on a shared heatsink to keep their temperatures identical, and add an RC snubber across the terminals if you are driving an inductive load like a motor or transformer to prevent false triggering. So that's it, friends. If you enjoyed this circuit breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe for more DIY electronics, and I'll see you in the next build. Thanks for watching.